there, happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining me for another craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And tonight we are continuing on the summer fox embroidery. Here is the sample all done. It's gonna be super cute when we're finished with it. So we got the border or the outline for the fox done last night. So we're gonna work on the fur tonight and the chain stitch squiggle that goes throughout. So that's the plan. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me here again. All right, here we are. I'm gonna zoom on in and let's get going here. Okay. So this is where we left off last night. We got our cute little fox going on here. So we actually got some of the fur in, and tonight I'm going to work on the rest of the fur. We'll get all that done first, and then we'll just basically finish the fox first, and we'll do that. So, all right, here is the pattern. So tonight I'm gonna have to pay attention a little bit more, because as we get into the tail here, it changes color, and so I'll have to just get only where there's orange, and then we'll fill the rest in with that pretty gray. So I am going to have this nearby as I stitch tonight, just to refer back to. All right, let's get going. I want to get as much done on this as we can tonight. All right, oop, I got a little knot in here, twisted upon itself. So if you get a knot like this when you're stitching embroidery, or like right now, the best way, like a loopy knot like this, the best way to get rid of it is to put a needle right in the loop, and one of the threads is going to tighten the knot, and one of the threads is going to loosen it. So there we go. That's the one that loosens it, and the knot's gonna go right up to the needle like that. After it goes all the way up to the needle, then you just can pull it out. All that's happening is that the thread is wrapping around itself, creating that loop. So usually just putting that needle in the loop like that does the trick. All right, I'm getting about 24 inches. I don't usually go longer than that. All right, let's pull our 3 strands. So we're stitching this with 3 strands tonight. So from 6-strand embroidery floss. So 6-strand embroidery floss is made so you can easily extract the amount of threads you need, and that kind of determines how thick your stitch is going to be. So the less strands, the less thick. Get them back together here. Zoop. All right, I'm set. Grabbing my needle. Hope everyone's having a lovely Tuesday. All right, so I think I'm good if I do the entire back yet with just the orange. It's just when I start to get to the tail that we start to need some of that gray. So that's when I'm going to have to start paying close attention. So I'm going to weave in the ends to start, and we'll get going. So hope everyone had a great Tuesday. I said that already, but man, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are always my super tiring days where we're at the warehouse. Oh, look, I got a little weird knot in here that I got. Man, I got myself another loopy knot with just 1 strand in here. Oh, what's going on? Ooh, I wonder if Here, I'm going to pull the thread out. I think I just tied a knot, like I went around it funny again, and it pulled the rest out. Let's just start that again. Sheesh. But yeah, we were moving a bunch of stuff at the warehouse today. just organizing again, going through all the stuff. Years and years worth of like embroidery kits and embroidery supplies, just trying to figure out what's good yet and all that. Oh, thread conditioner. Yeah, I could get the thread conditioner out. Maybe I'll do that today, Sylvia. All right. I'm good now, though. Let's get all of these little baby seed stitches. Ooh, and I don't know if you guys saw, so today we released the notepad that goes with this and our project tracker sheets. I was thinking it was earlier, so you guys got to hear about it yesterday, but we do have our little notepads now with the little fox on that kind of go with this pattern, and our project tracker sheets. They were free gifts with the embroidery of the month, and actually the fox is still during the month of August. Comes with this kit, and now we have them up if you just want those separately. So I'm hoping to do more notepads and stuff. I use notepads all the time. Like, I kind of live by them. My notes on little pieces of paper, so I like them. So you might see some more notepads in the future here. All right, so still working the seed stitch. Seed stitch is basically a single stitch, or a bunch of just single stitches. You just go up at the beginning of the line and down at the end of the line. That is it. That is all we're doing here to get all these little furries. Oh, cool! Gretchen said she got one as a personal stocking stuffer. Nice. Yeah, I really kind of go through the notepads. I used to write everything down in a sketchbook, but now I do better with like a physical notepad where I can end up with little sheets of paper, and then I can reorganize those together every once in a while when it starts getting away from me. But when they were in the notebook, I couldn't like remove them. And if I do it all on the computer, it just kind of disappears into the ether of the computer. So I do like the actual like physically writing my lists, basically lists, ideas, notes down in on my on like various notepads. Then I keep all those little notes with me. Eventually they get onto like a master to-do list on the computer, but it's still, the paper one is the best. Oh, Christine, the live crashed. Try either backing out and coming back in on Facebook, or try over on YouTube or TikTok. All right, so all this fur is still the orange. I think right about here is when we start entering the gray. So it kind of blends from gray, from the orange to gray there. Not really blending, but it just starts to transition, I suppose, into the gray. I'm just kind of jumping around willy-nilly here. I guess I'm going to probably come back up this way and then work my way down back that way again. But this went pretty quick last night to do the outline, so I'm hoping that it's quick tonight too to get this outline, or the all these little fur bits done. Then we can start working on the background. So maybe it will take only 5 days, 5 hours really, I suppose. I'm hoping so. We'll see if we can get done by Friday. All right, coming back up here. Then we'll get all the little ones along his back. ready for a relaxing evening of just embroidering a little bit. It's gonna be nice. Oh, Christine says the first time I came across your account, you're finishing the roller skates. Yay! Okay, I love that pattern. So that was, when did we do that? Like a month ago or 2 months ago? I'm not sure. That one would be fun to stitch again. I'd love to stitch the roller skates onto a sweatshirt. I've kind of been meaning to do that for a while. I got like this kind of sweatshirt that I've hung onto. It's got paint stains and that sort of thing on it, but I like it still, so I haven't gotten rid of it. But I'm like, oh, this would be fun to embroider, and I thought the roller skates would be fun on there, but we'll see. Maybe I'll stitch something else on it, but it's ready and waiting for me to do something with it. But yeah, that was fun. So I do want to do another live like that, where, I mean, that was at least 5 hours. I think it was 4 hours and 45 minutes to finish that roller skate embroidery, and yeah, I'd love to do another one like that, where I just from beginning to end do the whole thing. All right, I got to start looking now. So here's the pattern again. I'm just gonna leave it right here, and I kind of gotta figure out on here where it turns to gray. So I think it's this one right here. You got to kind of see like where one hair is positioned by another hair to try and get it just right. So I think I get these little 3 right here, and then the next one is a gray one, so I don't want to get that one. It'll be nice when all this orange is done, because then we can just come back up and get all the gray. Just any line that still exists will be gray. Okay, I think I got this one yet. Oops, there we go. Oh, I'm glad you like it. All right, this is that little fox that's been hanging out in our backyard, which is crazy because we live in the city, basically the city, near a highway, just on the other side of the highway. So to have a little fox that visits us and sits in our garden is just too fun. We've been doing some repairs on the outside of our house, so we haven't seen him in a little bit. So, but I hope he comes back after we're done. All right, so I'm really looking at every stitch now just to see what color it is. And if I'm skipping a stitch, it's because it's going to be gray, because it's going to go into his tail's going to go into the gray, and his little feet furs, his leg furs, those are all gray. So as long as I can get all this orange done, the rest will be gray. All right, those little 3, then it's every other one here. I'm kind of almost treating it as rows, even though I know they're a little scattered, but I think that helps me a little bit. All right, the next little bit, this one is orange. And sometimes I go bottom to top, and then other times I go top to bottom for these stitches. It doesn't really matter. All right, then these 2. But yeah, actually Thursday I'm going to be doing some more embroidery, like kind of day-long embroidery. I got to get a few more kits done, so like the samples of the kits. So I think I'm hoping to do some of that live, if not all of it. We'll see. So I'm gonna see how Thursday plays out. But probably during the day on Thursday. We'll jump back at it. Okay, where am I going next? Let's get this one. again, I'm just kind of looking here to see which stitches I gotta make orange. Yep, that one. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of floss soon too. Well, that'll be good timing. I think I'll have just enough floss to finish all these furs. Okay, this one. Ooh, I think I only have like 3 left here. That's cool. 1. Yep. 2. 3. Okay, I think that's it for the orange. Yep, so all the rest of this is going to be gray. So we'll do all that in gray, and I think that's what I'm going to get out next. So actually the rest of the fox is gray. So the rest of his tail, his little feet furs, his 2 little eyes, nose, and his little ear furs are all going to be the gray. Thunder, that's the name of the floss. Oh, Amy says watching on the PC, it's so much bigger. Yep. I think my mom watches it on the TV sometimes. I think she puts the YouTube stream on TV, and that's like scary big. That freaks me out a little bit. All right. Snipping the floss. And this is too short to use. I'm gonna that'll be a scrap. We have a few little bit more orange bits, like I think, actually just these two butterflies will be orange, but I'll do those once we get kind of more stitches on here. I'm kind of focused on finishing the fox first. So, all right, let's get that gray. There's the end. Get my 24 inches or so. Oh, Gretchen, you watch on TV, but have your iPad ready so you can chat. I think that's exactly what my mom does too. I think she watches it on TV, and then unless they're watching something else, then she'll watch on her phone or something. But watch on TV and have the phone nearby to chat. 2 and 3. Okay. Match those threads a little bit. I think I'll actually snip them. They're all a little wobbly. That might be annoying. So after the little wobble, I'll snip them. Okay, so I'm gonna, the first bit of gray is all the way up here, so I think I'll weave in the ends here, and then ideally I'd end up, I'd work my way down to here, work my way back this way, and then I can just jump right to this bottom foot right away. I don't know if I'll have enough floss for that, but I'd like to hope so. We'll see. Then we'll just go from one leg to another. Oh, Kimberly's asking if I have a cold or allergies. You sound a little croaky. I don't know. It's been a little allergy-ish. We've been doing a ton of cleaning, so we're moving from our warehouse, and so I'm moving boxes. I moved boxes all day and just went through stuff. So I'm sure I've just been like swimming in dust all day today. So it could be that. So if I had to guess, but John's just really kind of suffering from allergies and stuff now, so he usually gets it a little bit worse than me. And I'm thinking it's just moving all this stuff everywhere. Drumming up the dust. There. So I'm not even looking at the design anymore here. I just know that everything else is all these other hairs are gray, so it's gonna meld into the gray a little bit. Thanks for joining us. Did I get a new office? No, we are moving out of our warehouse because we don't need the giant warehouse space anymore. Just we kind of changed how we're doing things. So I'm hopefully temporarily, but we'll see, going back to we're turning our basement into a studio area again. So I'll be back home for a little while, which will be nice, especially with all the COVID world out there still. It'll just be nice to be at home, I think. But yeah, so we got a big storage unit. So between the big storage unit and our house is how we're going to do it now. For a bit. We'll see. But we had the opportunity to move out in summer versus winter. So we took that opportunity. Get all these fuzzles stitched. I do like filling in a space with little stitches like this. I think it's fun. Oh, thanks, Kimberly. I do appreciate that. It's been for sure a big change. We're doing lots of big changes here lately, but it's all gonna be good. It's all for the better. It'll be nice. So that makes me think of something. I'm curious what you guys think of this idea. So I'm playing around with the idea of being able to customize embroidery kits a little bit. Like if you wanted to put someone's name underneath it, something like that. Because one of the reasons that we can move to a smaller space is because we've redone how we make our kits. These new kits that we can print right to, and we can do them much more like one-off, and like I don't have to get a ton of them all at once. So we can play around. Like I can do like more random fun kits, like if there's like a weird request, or even like some silly fun trend going around. I have the opportunity to do things faster and just more customized. So I was thinking, man, it'd be fun to actually add a customization option to some of the kits, like if you did want to put a name on or a date or just a phrase or something. I don't have any, I don't have it put together yet, but I'm curious what you guys are, what you would think of something like that. So like an add-on that you could actually customize some of these kits. And by customization, I mean you would get a pre-printed fabric with your customized, like it would be a design that we already have, so something like this, but if you wanted a name on it, or like that sort of thing. So taking a current kit, or maybe we do something special, like a special pattern, or I don't know, something, but you'd be able to put a name or a phrase or something on. And then you'd get the pre-printed fabric So you'd actually get fabric that's pre-printed with that customization, so you wouldn't have to trace it or do anything. And it would come in like one of our new kits and our new cute boxes and that sort of thing. So playing with that idea. Oh, Pottery Barn does this, lets you add your name. Yeah, so it'd be just like that. You'd be able to add your name onto it. I think it'd be just fun if you're, giving a kit as a gift, or, you knew it was, like for, a new mom when you could put the baby's name on or something like that. It'd be fun for like a crafty mom for a baby shower or something. Oh yeah, I don't know if it'd be that alphabet with the sunshine, the feeling good. That took a long time to draw that feeling good, but it would be like maybe we'd have maybe a couple different fonts, like like a prettier one, and then like I don't know, something else. I'm literally just thinking of this as I go right now, as I say it out loud. But anyway, I'm thinking that might be fun. Like, even if we could get that together for the holidays or something. So that's something you guys are interested in. It sounds like some of you are. That's cool. I'm kind of excited about that being a possibility. Oops, and I did these little stitches there. I wanted to do those last. Oh, well, I'll try and do this bottom row here last because I want to jump over to there. Oh, yeah, Amy, I'm with you. With the doctor stuff. That's a whole other world. We have to... yeah. I'm sure we're due for physicals and all that by like a few years at this point. Our doctor retired, and I don't know. Now we have to go play the whole game of finding a new doctor. That'll be fun. I think we've been putting that off for a little while. Alright. Couple more stitches on his tail. So I like this. It looks, it goes from that orange to the gray. I think that's kind of sweet. Yep, Nora says that would be awesome. Then my granddaughter could have her own. Exactly. So that's what I think would be really fun. Especially if we do some like frames that are cute that have that you can put your name in or something, or the new baby's name or whoever. Yeah, and really I could do like longer phrases too. Like it really could all be designed. However, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, we have to find a new dentist too. That's on our near agenda, but yeah, and new insurance. Like it's all of the medical stupidness. We gotta do all of it. Boo. Alright, there's this cute tail. Okay, I really like how that turned out. I guess from far away it really does like it kind of blends from the orange to the gray, which is exactly what it looks like on him in real life, which is neat. But then, up close you can see the actual individual stitches going from the orange to the gray there. That's fun. So, alright, I'm over here. I'm going to jump and stitch these legs up that way. Yeah, I'll travel through the back. So I'm going just to the back of the stitches, over to that leg, and there we are. So I'm going to go from the bottom up. So all of this is the gray, so I don't have to worry about that orange at all anymore. Like I don't have to worry about like finding just where the oranges are. Oh, what's the fox's name? I don't know. How about... Animals always have people names. Actually, we had a cat named Kitty and Caddy. the other cat. So I guess those aren't people names, but after that we had Sammy, and now, well, at my parents' house, and now they have Chad. I always want to name the pets Jeremy. Felix, oh, that's cute. Kind of want to name him like Ronald. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl. Or whatever. Fred, that's cute. I like people's names. Maybe Sam. Then it can be a guy or a girl's name. But then it's like Sammy, the cat that we already had. Francesca. Francesca the fox. Franny Fox. I think we'll go up and get these ones up here. Or like Raspberry. Maybe that should be his name, Raspberry, because he naps near our raspberry bush. I kind of like that. Or it could be Lavender. That's near where he sleeps too, and that's the the other flower in here. Lavender the fox. Still kind of like Raspberry. Lola, that's cute too. Oh my gosh, Amy says the bear was on the street right next to our house last night. Ew, you're in the corner like, eek. Yeah, that's super scary. Like, lock all the doors. Alright, I still have some thread here, so I'm gonna jump over here. Maybe we can get all of these little stitches too. That'd be awesome, because then we can start up with a fresh piece over here. That'd be great. Oh, Colette says we need a cat named Strawberry. That's sweet. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Raspberry. Raspberry the fox. Sleeps by the raspberries. Strawberry, that's such a cute name for a kitty. John saved a TikTok last night where someone made like raspberry vinegar like salad dressing by just putting the tops of strawberries in white vinegar and letting it sit. I'm like, I gotta do all those things. That'll be nice. One of the nice things about being home a little bit more is I can get like all that cooking stuff in order again. That'd be kind of fun. Keep all the tops of my things, make some more soup and some stock, and it's gonna be winter again soon. Get all that stuff going again. Oh, they're red raspberries, the ones in our garden. And it's just the second year we've had them, so we just had a couple this year. And we didn't do a very good job at paying attention to our garden this year, but we did get a few raspberries, and they're just tasty. I think that's my dad's favorite. He likes there's this really good ice cream place by us, or by them, and that ice cream with some fresh red raspberries from the garden. Yum. Alright, last stitch on his little leg here, which is great because I don't think we have that much thread left to do anything else. Oh, it's looking cute on the back too. I like seeing the back. Alright, so I'll get the second piece of basically the second half, the other 3 strands from the 6 strands of this gray, and we'll do his other little feet And then we have his eye and nose and ears to do yet. And I'm hoping to get all that done and start the little squiggle that goes behind. So here's, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about there. But we have this kind of swirl floating through here, which just I think adds a little bit of movement to the piece, and it just reminds me of how the fox just is kind of jumps around in our yard, and he's just catching flies and bugs. So anyway, I like adding that little swirl in there. I'm gonna get a nice clean end to my thread again. This makes it a bit easier. I'm doing that pinch method again, where I just pinch and unpinch, and just the moment I can see that floss, I'm putting the needle on top, and it usually goes right in. Okay, so I'm going to thread, I'm going to weave in the backs of the stitches here, and we will start up on those other little legs. Oh, did I end up at the bottom? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with the bottom stitches here. These are all gray again, no orange anymore. Ooh, I'm excited that we're going to get this little fox done tonight. I always kind of like starting with the main focal point of a design, just because that's usually the part that got me excited to stitch it in the first place, and you're gonna get your fix real quick if you stitch the main character and in the design. So I'm feeling good that we'll get the fox done, and then it's just play then for all the rest of the stitches. But that swirl is all done with a chain stitch, so that'll be kind of fun. Uh-oh, got a little knot on the back. Okay, so there's another one of our little loopy knots. There we go. Stick the needle in the loop, pull one of the threads. One of the threads will tighten it and one will loosen it. One will pull it to the needle and the other will tighten the knot. You don't want to tighten the knot more. You want to pull it towards the needle. So if you didn't get it the first time, try the other thread. Okay, 2 more stitches here. I think I'll just jump over to the other side, and we'll get his little feet here. So there's a line right there. That's that background squiggle is going to be going through his legs there. cruising through this tonight, I think. All right, last stitch. Okay, now should I weave in the end or go through the backs of the stitches to get up here? I think I'm going to weave in the end. We'll start fresh on the top. And we have enough thread here yet to do that, I think. Oh, thanks, Ariana. Yeah, I think he's looking sweet. Happy little fox living in the yard. Okay, so I think we will, I think I'll do his little nose now. So the nose is going to be satin stitch. So I'll do that, and then we'll do his two little eyes. And then we still have a couple little ear fur guys to do yet too. All right, I'm going to weave in the ends here near the nose. Hope we have enough floss for all this. I think we will. Just enough, I think. All right, so the nose is satin stitch, so I think I'm going to just to start, I'm going to start at like the bottom. So I'm going to make vertical stitches here, I think. So I'm going to kind of divide that nose in half. And anything below that, I'm going to call the bottom, and anything above, I'm calling the top. So I think I'm going to start by, I just came in like where that the orange thread ended. I'm going to go up to where this orange thread ended, and that'll be like kind of my first kind of stitch there. I think I can only get one more in on this side of the nose. I'm just following the edges to fill that shape. All right, now we're going to go right to left, from the bottom to the top. Just filling in that shape to get his cute little nose. All right, and I think one more will do it. It'll make his nose just a little pointier. There we go, cute. All right, that adds some personality. All right, so let's I'm gonna just travel up to the eye here, through the backs of the stitches. All right, let's do that first French knot here. So I'm coming up on one side of the dot, holding the thread with my left hand and then pointing the needle towards my left hand, away from the fabric. Let's go around twice. I'm going to hold those loops, point back to the fabric. Ooh, it's twisty. Get all that thread out of the way. I'm going to go on the other side of that dot, so not the same hole, about halfway through with the needle. Then I'll pull those loops tight. And then I'm just going to put my thumb on those loops while I pull the floss through, especially since it's so loopy, twisty right now. There we go. French knot number one. Eye number one done. And I'm going to just hop over here. Do the same thing. Get some of that twist out. There we go. Not everyone holds their threads down when they're done like I do, but I don't know. I feel like it helps keep everything in place a little bit more. All right, I'm going to go up the side of the face again to get to the ear. All right, 3 stitches on this ear. I'm getting excited. He's almost done. All right, and I have enough floss that instead of just jumping over to the next ear, I'm going to just go in the backs of the stitches again. Then you won't see that big jump. Kind of like, you know, I did that in the middle of the eyes. I don't always do it like that, but oops, I lost my floss. Gotta rethread again. Clean up the edge. But I like not having like big jumps in between areas of stitching if I can manage. Okay. I think it's just 4 little stitches here. Alright, the rest of the gray is in the butterfly and these little flies, but I think I'm going to wait again until I have some more stitches, so we'll come back to that gray. So I'm going to just weave in the end now and call the little fox guy finished. And I would like to start on that squiggle that's in the background. I think we can get through at least one piece of floss with that tonight. Ah, looking cute. All right, so what I'm talking about is I want to do this swirl. I don't know the best place to start. Maybe just start at the head? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. All right, so that's the fawn color here. Let's grab ourselves 24 inches or so. And get our 3 strands of floss. I have not seen the fox go after squirrels. It did catch a vole. I did see it catch a vole. It's kind of more of a, not so much a chaser and more of a like eyeball a thing and just like get his nose up in it. I haven't seen him run after anything. I've just seen him kind of like eyeball something and then pounce. Ooh. Got a little knot at the bottom there. There we go. But yeah, so we saw him get that vole once, just like he bounced into the grapevine and then came out with it in his mouth, and then just jumping at flies and putting his nose in holes and then chewing on something. So like a bug down in the ground. Bugs on the ground and bugs in the sky is what we've mostly seen him go after so far. When we see him. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I think it's turning out super sweet. I'm really liking him so far. So, all right, we're gonna do the swirl. You know, I keep talking about the swirl, and I keep pointing down here. So maybe we'll start down here. My fingers seem to be going in that direction, so we should just listen to the fingers, I think. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh yeah, on the Amy says on the back it's like a Zorro fox because he has got the little mask. I was thinking it looked like a Geordie LaForge fox, but that's maybe a teensy bit too nerdy. That maybe people won't know what I'm talking about. But that's what I was thinking. But Zorro, that works too. Alright, just weaving in the end where the start of this chain stitch is going to be. Alright, so coming up at the start of that squiggle, Ooh, I think I got a knot already. Jeez. There we go. One of those loopy knots again. So I put the needle in the loop and was able to pull the knot up to the loop and then take the needle out, and it should just pop out. All right, I think I'm going to try the sewing method for this. Oh, Chrissy said he does look happy in the video. So cute. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. So John, my husband, took a video of the fox when it was in our backyard, and he's just grabbing at flies, hanging out, took a nap in our driveway. We've seen him after that time sleep in the garden a couple times. Yeah, he's so cute. So check out that video for sure. I'll have to do a TikTok of it yet too. I've been kind of saying that, I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, so I'll try and do that too. But yeah, so this I used that video that my husband took as reference for this little fox guy. So this is him right here, modeled after our actual fox that comes to visit us. Ooh, you've been working on a cactus embroidery. Oh, that's exciting. Hope it's going well. Cactus embroideries are always so pretty. All right, so we're doing the chain stitch, and I'm doing it with the sewing motion, which means I'm going in and out in the same motion. So in and out, and then I'm just putting the thread underneath the needle so that I come up within the needle, or within that loop. And that's all. But with the sewing method, I do have to rotate my piece a ton, because I really only can do it from right to left. I should probably practice going in all different directions, but this is what works for me. So in and out. And I'm going right in the exact same hole that I'm coming out of. So I'm going back actually inside the loop. And then coming back out at the next spot. I still have to go right to left, so we'll just keep rotating him a little bit. I do like a chain stitch. I think they're so pretty. There we go. And they're just so nice and thick. It gives you like a really kind of chunky, thick line. I always think that's kind of pretty. I just like that it looks like a real chain stitch, like in crochet or knitting or any other chain stitch. It looks just like one, but just on the surface of the fabric. Oh, Nora's asking, what is a single chain stitch? So a single chain stitch is basically what these are. It's just doing this once. So like, if this was the one chain stitch, I'd make it, and then I'd put my little anchor stitch to stop it. So once we get to the top, I can show you what I mean. Versus, you know, a chain stitch like what we're doing here, where it's a bunch of connected chain stitches. A single chain stitch is just doing one. So all of these little loopy guys that you see here, those are all going to be single chain stitches. All right, so this is going to be my last chain stitch for this part. So you would do this like how you would do a single chain stitch. So if you ignore that I have all these other stitches here, let's say I just came up from that point, and I'm going to go back down exactly in that same point, come up at the apex of that arc. So I would start at the point down here and then come up at the top of that arc. So that's like what I'm doing now, basically. You know, inside the loop, so I'm making that chain stitch, and then I have to just tack it down. So I'm going right on the other side of the loop and making like the tiniest of stitches just to hold down that loop, and that's basically what a single crochet is, or single chain stitch. Have I been saying a single crochet this whole time? I meant single or like chain stitches. Sometimes I just call it crochet. But yeah, there we go. So that's how you finish a chain stitch. And that's basically how you do a single chain stitch as well. All right, so I'm coming back up at the beginning of the next line, and I think I got another little silly knot. Dang, I'm getting a ton of these tonight. Maybe I should use the thread conditioner. I keep forgetting. Usually I can get them out pretty easily. Okay, so this one actually comes in front of this leg, so we'll be coming out basically in the middle of the leg. Like so. It's just gonna make it look like this loop went behind this leg and then out through his legs to the front leg. Okay, so going down, coming back up. All right, let's do that sewing method some more. Sewing method is where you go in and out in the same motion. It's a bit faster. I like kind of making this loop before I make the stitch, so then I can just come right up in the middle of the loop right away. So later, some of these lavender, like all these little plants back here, some of them go behind this chain stitch and some go in front. So we're just gonna have to tuck the thread underneath or go on top, just based on the design. So we'll have to refer back to the design when we get that far. But for now, I don't have to worry about that. I can just do the chain stitch wherever. So I'm gonna go, I know we're almost done here, but I'm gonna go until I'm done with this floss. That'll actually probably go pretty quick, because these chain stitches, they do eat up the floss. They use a lot. But you're basically making two stitches next to each other, so it is a lot of floss. But yeah, if anyone's new here tonight, I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time for about an hour. So we'll be wrapping this up around 9:30, and we're almost there. But like I said, I'm gonna finish this floss first. We'll go till this floss is done. But yeah, so I will be here tomorrow working on this fox a little bit more. And this fox is available through the end of the month here. This is our August embroidery of the month. And you guys, Jenna is working on September's embroidery of the month already, so she's been packing some of those up, so it's crazy. That's gonna come sooner than later. Oh, how can you find the video of the fox? We sent it in an email. Otherwise, let's see. It's on it's on my husband's reel. We might have posted it in the Facebook group as well. I'll have to look. But I'll post it somewhere tomorrow for sure. So you guys can see. And yeah, he's just so sweet, but I think it looks like him. Our little friend in our yard. But yeah, I'll make sure to post it tomorrow. The video, if you didn't get the link. Maybe I'll try and post it actually in the YouTube description for tomorrow, so you'll be able to see it from there too. Okay, I'm almost out of thread. It's getting harder to get in these little loops here. I think we can do a couple more. few more. The sewing method is working well for that. Ooh, I'm feeling like I'm just getting into the groove with these chain stitches now, and we're gonna be all done. I think one more I'm gonna get out of here. All right, and then how you end a chain stitch, row chain stitches, I have to anchor down that loop, otherwise it's gonna just flop all over the place. So I'm just going right on the other side of it and kind of tacking it down with another stitch. There we go, and I'm gonna come up tomorrow right where we ended there, right in the middle of the loop. So I'm going to go on the inside of that loop again, and then we'll just start up, and you won't even be able to see that anchor stitch. You'll have no idea where I started and stopped there. But for tonight, that's where I'm going to stop. Let's weave in the end, and we'll pick that up tomorrow. So we're going to easily finish this. Oops, lost my floss again. We're going to easily finish this loop-de-dee-loop thing, the squiggle behind the fox, tomorrow. So the rest of these chain stitches. And then I'm thinking, let's get the little flies and butterfly that are around him. And I think we'll still have a bunch of time left after that to get started on all the lavender. So I think the lavender is actually going to take some time. It's a lot of like single chain stitches and stuff going on there. So all of these little guys. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll finish up this loop-de-loop back here, and there's two little monarch butterflies, so those will be orange, and that gray for the body, and then we got like 3 little flies here as well. So we'll get those tomorrow, I think. So we're well on our way. I think we might actually finish this week. I was thinking this would go a lot longer, but I think we are in a great position here. I'm just stretching it out again here. A lot of times I like taking it out of the hoop, but I think I'm going to be lazy and just leave it in the hoop for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm liking them. I think it's looking awfully sweet, and I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight. So thank you guys again. We'll be hopping on this again tomorrow through Friday. Friday might be a little up in the air, but I'm still thinking I'll be here on Friday. We'll see, but yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this fox, and then next week we'll stick to some embroidery. It's a free week next week, and I want to finish that mandala love embroidery. That would be awesome to finish that. So that's, I think, the plan for next week. Oh, and then Thursday, like I said, I might be popping in during the day to do some live stitching of some new flower patterns that I have that I need to make little mock-ups for. So we'll probably do a little bit of that on Thursday too. So awesome. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a great evening, everyone. Good night.